Hey there guys, this is Sam
and Justin
at the Survival Review, and today we are going to be talking about the classic comedy Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Yes.
Now, Abbott and Costello are like one of the best comedic duos that have ever lived.
Yes.
And this is one of their most classic movies, and it's really, really cool because it has all of the or most of the...
It has the main core monsters.
And it's the original actors playing them.
Because first off, despite the movie being called Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, this movie has Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Wolfman.
Yeah, and for a short, little tiny bit, the Invisible Man.
Yeah, a little cameo there. But Frankenstein is played by Glenn Strange, who went on to play the monster in the last few Universal monster films, House of Frankenstein and House of Dracula. He played the monster in there. But then you have Lon Chaney Jr. as the Wolfman, who is the only actor to ever play the Wolfman. So it is the Wolfman in it.
Yep.
And then you have Bela Lugosi as Dracula.
Which is the only other time he's played Dracula, right?
Yeah, aside from the original. It's the only other time he's ever played Dracula.
Which is just crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool that they got him for that. And he's great.
And this movie, it is a comedy. This isn't a horror movie. And the weirdest part is, though, is that it feels like a Universal monster movie. Because, of course, it's in black and white, and it has all these monsters in it. And it has some creepy atmosphere at times.
I feel like the monsters themselves, they're the serious ones in this movie.
Yeah.
They're like the straight men.
Yeah.
Because they're just being themselves. They're being the monsters. And then you have these ridiculous guys, Abbott and Costello.
Just reacting to the craziness.
Exactly. And it just works so well.
Yeah.
They play off each other really, really well.
So the plot of the movie... Abbott and Costello play these two baggage handlers named Chick and Wilbur, who have to deliver this package to this house of horrors. And these crates happen to be the bodies of the Frankenstein monster and Dracula himself. So while this is going on, Lawrence Talbot, the Wolfman, knows about this. And he wants to stop them. He wants to destroy these guys before they wreak havoc. And while that's going on, it turns out that Costello's love interest actually is working with Dracula, and she's going to take his brain and put it into the Frankenstein monster. But then all these collide in just a crazy, fun monster mash.
Yeah, and it's just so ridiculous and so funny.
One of the best things about this movie is Lon Chaney Jr. as the Wolfman, because he plays it completely straight.
Seriously, like he is legitimately very worried that he's going to be like murdering these guys.
And it's not like the actor's trying too hard. You can tell that Lon Chaney's in on the joke. Like that's the joke of his character, is that he's playing it 100% straight.
Oh, I can't do that. Because then I'd have to tell them who I am and why I know what I know.
While you have Abbott and Costello just goofing around the entire time.
Yep.
In a half an hour, the moon will rise, and I'll turn into a wolf.
You and 20 million other guys.
Listen, I might tear you limb from limb.
Is that serious?
He'll murder you.
That's serious.
And that's the best. I think he's one of the standout characters in the movie, actually, just because of how dead serious he is. It's hilarious every time he's on screen.
It's really great.
There is some, of course, silly slapstick humor that is of the time, but what works the best about this is Abbott and Costello's back and forth.
Yeah.
They have the best chemistry, and they have this best type of humor. It's just like this quick, witty dialogue that is hilarious. A lot of it you miss the first time you watch it.
Of all the guys around here, that classy dish has to pick out a guy like you.
What's wrong with that?
Go look at yourself in the mirror sometime.
Why should I hurt my own feelings?
That's what they do best in all their movies, and it's no different here. They're still as witty as ever. Abbott is very convinced that monsters aren't real, and Costello is convinced they are, and he keeps seeing the monsters and witnessing all these things, and it just barely works out to where Abbott can't see any of it, and it's just really funny.
The scene where they're actually in the castle, like in like the lower area of the castle, and then everywhere they turn, they just keep completely missing the monsters.
And it's so funny. And there's a scene where the Wolfman is trying to get Costello, and he's not noticing anything. He's completely oblivious to the fact that the Wolfman is in the room with him trying to kill him. It's hysterical.
I just love when Costello takes the apple, he just leaves and goes.
I wonder if he counted these. He might have.
And goes to put it back.
Maybe he didn't.
And while that's all happening, Wolfman's at the door just waiting like, I'm gonna get him. Just waiting. That scene was hilarious.
It's really funny.
Yeah, this movie is genuinely funny, even though it's over 70 years old. It's not like a Three Stooges movie where it's just a bunch of silly slapstick. It's actually a legit funny comedy that I think still holds up today.
I say it's something that can make anyone laugh.
Yeah, it really is. And just them interacting with these monsters in general is just hilarious. And them always just like making jokes at the monsters' expense and all that kind of stuff is great. And just seeing Bela Lugosi as Dracula,
which is just, it's great seeing him in that role again.
Yes. You can tell he's enjoying it. He's just having a blast with the role. That's great. Glenn Strange as the monster is fine. He's nothing special. He plays the stereotypical Frankenstein monster. But it works in this one, because this one isn't trying to be an actual Universal monster movie.
Lie down. Here. Yes, master.
And what's funny is this movie does a better job of having all these monsters interact with each other than the actual last couple Universal monster movies, which were supposed to be the big Monster Mash movies, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula. They do not handle all these monsters in the same movie very well. They like never interact with each other, and they barely do anything with each other. But then this movie handles that a lot better.
It does really, really well with it.
You actually see like Wolfman and Dracula fighting at the end.
Yeah.
They're actually fighting each other, which is actually an hilarious scene where Abbott and Costello are just trying to get out of the building, and like they run in this room, and it's the monster chasing them. Run in this room, Wolfman and Dracula are fighting. They just can't catch a break.
It's so funny.
And that's one of the best moments when they run into the room and they close the door and they put the bed against the door.
Come on, put your shoulder to the bed. Hold it tight. Barricade it. He can't get in.
There's a lot of really, really great humor.
Yeah. One of my favorite moments is when he rips the sheet from the table. First thing he does it perfectly. He breaks the fourth wall. And then he has it over his face because Frankenstein, the monster, is under mind control of Dracula. And he's just like, is walking forward.
Back. Back.
Yes, master.
Stops it. He thinks I'm
Dracula.
He thinks I'm Dracula.
If you like the Universal monster movies, this is definitely for you.
Without a doubt.
Because, again, like I said, it actually feels like a monster movie at times. It's really weird because it is a full-on comedy, but it feels like a monster movie. It has that black and white feel, has that atmosphere sometimes. It has the classic actors of the monsters. It feels like a Universal monster movie, but it's an Abbott and Costello comedy.
It really did a great job of sort of blending the genres by making a great comedy. It's not just a comedy with these monsters in it. It's a comedy that incorporates them into what makes everything funny.
All the monsters aren't just like punchlines. They're just little gags. It's actually like a legit story about them dealing with these monsters, which is like really weird and something you wouldn't really expect them to do. You'd expect it to be like a lot more tongue-in-cheek, but it's actually not. It's actually played straight at times, which is really weird and cool though.
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
It was actually the only Universal monster movie to show Dracula actually transforming into a bat.
Yeah, it was a really cool animation.
It's a unique little thing that this movie has that the other movies don't.
Yeah.
And of course, it's obviously like fake because he turns into like a cartoon, but it has a cool look to it. I like it.
I think it looks really, really cool, and I think it works best in this kind of movie because it's not really meant to be taken that seriously. It's a comedy.
Yeah.
But it also is just a really cool thing to see Dracula transforming into the bat. It's fun.
It's just a really fun movie. It's able to manage a big, crazy, over-the-top like scenes, but with like lower key dialogue humor, and like witty banter that Abbott and Costello do best.
I can't go. I got a date. In fact, I got 2 dates.
But you and I have a date with destiny.
Let Chick go with destiny.
It meshes it perfectly, and like I've seen a few of the other Abbott and Costello movies, and I don't remember them too well, and I think it's because of the fact that they didn't do this formula as well as this one does. I like how this movie could be considered part of the canon of Universal monster movies, and in my opinion it is.
Yeah, you might as well consider it.
I mean, it has all the elements, and it just... it's a comedy, but it's part of it. Mm-hmm. It definitely is. So, out of 10...
Out of 10, I've got to give the movie a 9 out of 10. It's just good. Just watch the movie.
Yeah, I'd give it a 9 out of 10 as well. Yeah. Definitely a classic and great movie. Again, if you like the Universal monster movies, check this out. If you like Abbott and Costello, check this out. If you like just good comedies, check this out.
If you're not familiar with Abbott and Costello, this is a great entry movie for you.
Yeah, it really is.
It's really good.
And again, some people might think they're like, oh, this is like a 70-year-old comedy. It might be outdated and might be stupid, because I know some comedies from then don't hold up as well today. This one, it's not like that. It actually holds up really well.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, anyone could laugh at this movie.
Yeah.
It is just funny.
Yeah. It has silly, goofy humor, then it has smart, well-written humor. It has a good combination of both.
Yeah.
So, like, you can enjoy it in any aspect of humor.
Yeah, it really is timeless.
Yeah, it is, definitely. So that's Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. Awesome movie.
It's just great. And next time, it's going to be Halloween.
Yes.
And we will have something very special for you.
Yep.
So until then, we'll see you guys later.